the blonde who wrote her own song. Ava was a blonde singer-songwriter from the heart of Dublin, where music was as essential as the rain. For years, her world was the dim glow of the city's pubs, her soundtrack the clink of glasses, and the low murmur of conversation as she sang her heart out to half-empty rooms. Her songs were raw, honest pieces of her soul. But the industry was indifferent, and her own family kindly urged her to get a real job. The rejections piled up, cold and standardized, proving that talent alone wasn't enough. One rainy Friday night, after yet another soul-crushing rejection letter from a major label, Ava left the pub early. Heart heavy, she walked until she reached the silence of the Halfpenny Bridge. She stood alone on the slick cobblestones, looking at the city lights shimmering on the Liffey River, and began to hum the quiet, insistent melody that had haunted her for months, the one she hadn't dared to finish. She pulled out her notebook and guitar, sitting on a bench. The melody spilled into a fragile set of lyrics, a song of defiant hope. Suddenly, a sound joined her. A street violinist whose case lay open and empty on the wet pavement heard the melody. Without a word, he opened his own case, raised his bow, and wove a haunting complementary harmony into her tune. Ava looked up surprised but kept playing, letting the spontaneous duet soar above the city noise. The new song was perfect, powerful, and intensely personal. It ended with a slow, deliberate chord, "I stayed." Unbeknownst to them, a tourist nearby had pulled out a phone, not for a photo, but to film the moment. By the next morning, Ava's world was unrecognizable. The video, titled simply Dublin Bridge Duet, had exploded across the internet, racking up millions of views. Strangers from around the globe left comments saying the song, "I Stayed," felt like their own story. It wasn't just a tune. It became an anthem for anyone who had been told to quit but refused to move. The record labels that had rejected her were now frantically calling. A year later, Ava stood under the blinding, brilliant lights of her first sold-out concert. Her voice, once lost in pub corners, filled the massive arena. As her golden hair shimmered under the stage lights, she paused, looking out at the sea of faces singing her lyrics back to her. She lowered the microphone slightly, her voice thick with emotion. "They said no one was listening," she told the ecstatic crowd. "They said this wasn't a real job. But you were. You listened when I was alone on that bridge. And that's all I ever needed." The cheers were deafening. Her success wasn't luck. It was proof that persistence shines brighter than any spotlight.